So today I was planning on doing literally nothing. I was eating McDonald's with my girlfriend on the couch, uh, and this Ludwig video, uh, three things you need to know before streaming, popped up, and we, you know, we like watched the whole thing. It's like 49 minutes. She was surprised, and I was really enthralled by the idea of the things that he brought up. So I wanted to watch it again on stream and uh, kind of react, write down my notes, talk about some ideas, and make a YouTube video of it. And then we'll look back on it a year from now and see how it goes. So let's get going. All right. Okay. So
I tweeted out, like this tweet if you want to become a big streamer. And I tweeted this for two reasons. One, I wanted Twitter likes. Please follow me on Twitter, for the love of God. I don't have enough followers, and I need more because bigger number equal better person. I'm only okay
bigger
person.
Number
I want to be great
person.
Great person, 1 million, 1 million, big person, better person. And
This guy's so
also,
funny.
I was genuinely curious how many people want the job of a streamer. I think people like the idea of being a streamer or YouTuber or content creator really in any fashion because, well, let's just be frank, it allows you to play video games for a living, make your own hours, and potentially make buku bucks. How to make it big as a streamer. That is the entire goal of all this, is making it big as a streamer. You know, because it's not that fun to stream and not have viewers or not make money from it. So I get it. A lot of people want this job, and this is the start. Why listen to me? That's a fair question. Well, I'll tell you why. Growth. I'm now the 42nd biggest streamer on Twitch.tv. Not flexing.
Wild.
Just stating facts. This is my chart line from Q1 of 2019 up until December of last year. And let me tell you, January, even better. Now, hey, I'm not the biggest. I'm not the brightest. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last.
A whole year.
But I'm just a guy telling you what I've learned in my 2.5 years, almost 3.
Like exponential. That's fucking
so
wild.
Stick around. You might learn something. And while you're here, subscribe. Hey, it only takes a few seconds. You know, sometimes the YouTube algorithm will unsubscribe you. Maybe double check. Turn it from red to gray. I'd appreciate it. And let's get on with the show.
It's been done.
First and most important part, do you want to be a streamer? That's it. That's how it starts. This is it. Now, maybe on the surface level, you'll be thinking, well, yeah, I want to be a streamer. Are you kidding me? I play video game, make millions of dollars, work on own hours? What? Yes, I want to be a streamer. Well, think about it a little bit deeper. Don't just think, do you want? Think, why do you want? What do you want out of it? Let's just do a quick poll in chat. How many people want to be streamers? So it's like most people in this chat like the idea of being a streamer. All right, every single person who said yes, whether you said it to yourself or you voted, whatever it is, you need to do this right now. Write this down. This is not a joke. I'm being very serious. I want you to write this down. I know it's a bit corny. All right, try to do it on pen and paper. If you don't have it, you can do it on your phone notes and take a screenshot. But really, actually do this. Write this down. 3 things. First of all, if you want to be a streamer, when are you going to start? Set a hard start date when you're actually going to start. If you've already started, maybe this is the date that you're going to start your YouTube or start a new series or whatever it is. Just write some date where you're going to start achieving something you've been saying you're going to do. Number 2, write your goals for 1 year out. This can be for the start of 2022, maybe 1 exact year, maybe a few months. It doesn't really matter. All you need to do is have a set period of time and goals you would like to achieve by the end of that set period of time. Now, look, this is not your end goals. If you want to be the biggest streamer in the world, you don't have to write, I want to be the biggest streamer in the world by 2022. It's not really realistic. But you can write goals on the way to your final goal. And it's okay if you don't have everything figured out. At least write something down that you would like to do. And hey, this doesn't have to be numbers. Like, streaming doesn't necessarily imply you need to be a big streamer. Maybe your goal is just to make a community that you really like being a part of. Maybe it's just to record all of your Rocket League gameplay, in which case it's very easy to achieve your goals. Success isn't based on how big of a streamer you are. It's based off the goals you
I
set
want to
and your ability
stream
to achieve them in a certain time frame.
once a month.
All right, that's what
Goal
I think, at least. That's how
met.
I've done things, and that's what I'm telling you to do. It's my advice to you. And then the final thing to write down: 3 to 5 creators you want to emulate. Not necessarily that you
his,
like, because
his chat, you guys, his chat's going crazy because he wrote instead of right, he said right now instead of RIGHT now, you know? Okay, so let's look at
if you
this.
didn't write anything down, but you want to be.
Don't worry, I wrote stuff down. Okay. Start date. We got today, the 9th February 2021. The YouTube video for this probably won't go up until like the 10th, but you know, we're working on it. We got these 1-year goals right here. So I feel like that's a lot. Is that too much? Should I be lofty or should I just be realistic? You know, it's hard to picture out a year. You know, looking, he had a 1-year goal from 2018 to 2019 when he started of getting like 100,000 followers and like 2K subs. That seems like a lot. But that is what you kind of need to go full time. Especially, I think he lives in LA, which is like rough. So going full time there is even harder, even with roommates. But this is a good goal for me. 10K followers is a lot, but also like you pop off once on YouTube and you might get that. So should I lower that? I'd feel good even though like 1K, but maybe half. Let's go lofty. Let's go absolutely nutty with this goal list. How many would I need per month? I just kind of. Yeah, let's go 5. Let's go 5. With 10% sub retention, I think that's unlikely. With 250. Build a friendly community, a welcoming, I think is good. That's why I have Saikuno here. He's got wholesome community numero uno on Twitch. And then 2 to 3 YouTube videos per week. I could do that. But we got to set these goals so that we can attempt to achieve them, right? So next February. Right now we're nearly at 100 followers. So I need 50 times that. I really need to start on that other social media grind. Maybe active. Hello. Hi Wednesday, how are you? Right now we're going over a yearly goal or a year goal. We're watching this video that Ludwig put out. And it's about like what you have to try and do, like what you should be attempting to do if you're actually going to try streaming. I'm doing well. I'm just trying to be realistic and also not like sell myself too short on these goals. I'm thinking like his goals are kind of wild. If you look, like he started in 2018, I think. Is that right? or his goals from 2018 to 2019 were like to get up to like 2,000 subs, 100K followers, 1 million unique viewers. I'm just like, I don't even know how. Here, let's see if we can find my stats on that. Stats are up here. Yeah. So I'm at 1,000 unique viewers. So what's up, Handy Randy RC? $96? Oh, is it not? Is it showing up kind of blurry? Yeah, 96. I'm close to 100, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm trying to set some goals for myself. Yeah. Can I? Maybe I shouldn't have put it on this. I used to make like TFT videos, and then uh I kind of just went towards like just streaming and not really like setting up my streams to make videos, and then it became really hard for me to edit down my streams. So there's part of this video that I want to show that's like really important for me, uh is like doing segments on stream so that it's easier to like setting up like a video idea and streaming it, and then making so that makes it easier to make the video. So like, you know, like right now, like I'm watching, reacting, and kind of doing what this Ludwig video does or tells me to do. And then I'm gonna post that. But then maybe another time I'm gonna be like do a TFT run until I get like a 5 cost or 3-star 5 cost unit, or play some Valorant, stuff like that.
If you didn't write anything down, but you want to be a streamer, this is the number one best thing you can do. The absolute only lesson to take away from today, if you want to make it big, quit. Fucking quit right now. That is my advice to you. Yeah. If you didn't even take the 1 to 2 minutes to write something down from a man who is a top 100 streamer who knows a thing or two, then I promise you, you will not make it through 0 1-viewer streams for 5-6 hours at a time. It's going to be miserable. You're going to hate it. It's not going to be fun, and you're not going to achieve your goals if you didn't even write them down in the first place. And this is not trying to be mean, but let's just take a guess. Chat,
we made it past this
right
slide.
Now. Tell me
I don't have
the
to quit.
number of people who streamed last month. 50,000. Sure. 650,000. Wow. 5 million. Okay. Sure. Big range. It is 6.9 million. 6.9 million
69.
unique streamers every month.
Nice.
Streaming is not as...
All right, let's listen to some more of Ludwig's video.
I know that some of these streams might only do it once and whatever, but at least you can try to gauge the numbers. Just for even more reference, there are 45,400 partners. Those are people who I would say have made it. And made it is loose because to be a partner, to apply, you only need 75 average viewers, which, it's a good amount. And there's weird things that they do that they accept and don't accept. But at the end of the day, 0.66% of people make it.
Intimidating, to be honest.
And so I had 20,000 people like my tweet on Twitter. And so mathematically, about 120, 150 people will make it. The other 21,000 XXX, peace, GG. And look, don't let that be too daunting to you because there are some pros. First of all, you make your own hours when you stream, and that's a good thing. That's really hype. You're your own boss. This, just for some reference, is
that's so many hours to be honest.
Work. It's not insane. It's not as many as someone who's
right,
a doctor or whatever, but I streamed this many hours, November, December, January, past 3 months, And I spend about 25 hours a month on YouTube. That's
171
one,
divided by
making
4
thumbnails
weeks.
and titles, but
Oh, that's
mostly actually just looking at what works
He works like
and
50 hours a
trying
week, if you think about it. I
re-emulate
mean, but
that success.
part of working is
and
playing
then like
video
20
games
hours on
and
business,
talking to
whether
people
it's like
in chat
calls
instead
for
of like
sponsors,
doing
or
whatever
like when I do
busy
a
work you might be
stream
doing
on
at another job.
chess.com, or whatever it is. I spend I would say roughly 200 plus hours a month. And then there's also the aspect that I'm always on. You know what I mean? Like I have to have my phone and my Twitter notifications ready in case something big happens. How do you stream? You already figured out that you do want to be a streamer, why you want to be a streamer, what your goals are as a streamer. How do you do it? How do you stream? Well, this is my one advice, my biggest advice. Streams are recordings. That's what it is in 2021. That is the best way you can think about a Twitch stream. Why? Well, let's think about a YouTube video. YouTube videos have some pros that normal streams, conventional streams don't. YouTube videos have
I
built-in
think it's so
growth
funny
mechanics.
that he's like,
all right, the
want to stream
algorithm.
on Twitch?
A
Make
YouTube video can
videos.
pop off. A stream can't really pop off, you know? Like, you can go live and I, tomorrow, can buy a first edition booster box from Pokemon that cost me $400,000. And I can go live on a brand new channel and no one will see it. Literally no one. Because there's no way for you to know that that is happening and nobody is digging through the 5,000 zero viewer Andes, one viewer Andes on the just chatting section. So that's why Twitch fails in that aspect. YouTube doesn't. For example, I did a stream the other day. I did the higher lower stream and it did okay. I had an okay number of viewers on Twitch. I had like 22K, but it didn't do that great. But my YouTube video has right now 560,000 views, which is 100,000 above average. The fact that it's permanent on YouTube lets me see that. If I only
gotta make YouTube videos. 22K, just an okay number, 22K viewers. No big deal. That's so funny. I see what he's trying to say. Like, it's his average on Twitch. He hit his average on Twitch, but he went 100K above average on YouTube.
Or weren't live to watch.
He's really transparent. It's really cool.
It's harder. Next, structured format is better content. This is general advice, but generally, YouTube videos are structured.
Here, let's skip ahead a bit.
Those segments, and then I'll have like filler time in between, and then I'll have some things that aren't for YouTube, and that's fine. But you need to
stream
have some
for
segments.
YouTube.
Very roughly, they work like this. They'll have a an introduction to the idea, to what the segment is while you're streaming. Okay, introduce the idea. We're doing unbanned forms, but we're speed running it. Okay, that's the concept. What are the stakes? Well, the stakes are we want a good time.
All right. Here, let's do our intro for this YouTube video. Let's pretend like this was at the beginning. Let's go round two.
What's happening?
I'm trying to do my intro right now.
Boys.
Yeah, in post, I'll make it look like the beginning. Boys, the plan is simple. Today.
But I've
Damn,
learned
honestly,
that I can
wait,
do
hold on a
segments,
second.
plan out.
Some of these cuts are so clean. Like, no joke. The first time I watched it, I thought it was like mostly one clip. Like, but here, I'm gonna go back right now and like frame by frame right
10
here.
minutes, whatever it is, of gold of the 30-minute hour recording. So it's just a win-win-win. There's no losing here. And don't get me wrong, it is still fine to go live and do regular streams. I actually had a problem when I first started streaming where I would only do segments. I was like, if it's not a segment, it does worse on viewership. There's no point. I just need to do segments. Well, you can do both. And I've learned that. That's something I had to learn, and I had to.
Hold on. I think there's a cut right here. Look at that. Like, honestly, watching it in full speed, you can't even see the cut. It's actually wild. Sorry, I'm not.
And I had to deal with things like numbers going down.
Oh, wait.
Down and viewership, both. And I've learned that. That's something I had to learn, and I had to deal with.
Like right here. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this.
things like numbers going down and viewership being bad, and that's something that takes a bit of time. That's like a personal journey. You just have to one day get over it. There's nothing I can tell you. You just have to one day get over it. But I've learned that I can do segments, plan out segments, and then do like just, I'll call it filler content. Think of XQC streams. Most of his content is like, it's not really formed around YouTube videos. It's mostly just filler content. And it's not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad way to stream. It's kind of fun in a way because he's always like thing to thing to thing. There's no dead air. It's like chess, bang, done chess, react, bang, react, done react, bang, we're playing Super Mario now, bang, done that, Valorant time. And none of these are really gonna be like really phenomenal YouTube videos. He streams like old streamers used to stream. I just don't think that'll work for people
This is a
anymore
really
because
interesting
it's not
thought.
2013.
Whoops. Yeah. The fact that he like old streamers, they just stream the way like you got to stream when it was 2013 and streaming was like very new, and now like in order to break in on the scene, you have to do like you have to use other methods to build the following so that you could stream like that, or you have to like gain the following first somewhere else, so you have to like stream for YouTube or whatever.
The competition's too fierce. Your stream's probably not going to get found. You're probably not better than the good gamers at games. Probably not funnier than the funniest people at being funny. And even if you are, you have to be not as funny as Moon Moon. You have to be funnier than Moon Moon to get found because people already know who Moon Moon is. So rather than stream like XQC streams, stream for YouTube. And you can do both, but just remember to include segments. Just promise me you will not do the grinding, hustling, 9 to 5, putting in my
This is what
8
I've been
hours.
doing, and I really shouldn't.
And a waste of your fucking time. You are literally doing nothing. It is not just going live that matters. It doesn't. Next, this is just one quick example. Which is a better video? Example of 2 streams. Now, no shots. Blastoise actually had more viewers here. This is Blastoise's stream, ranked Valorant with friends. And then Stan's is ranking favorite avatar clips. Okay. Which one probably transfers to a YouTube video better? Now, we can ignore factors like copyright for now, just for this example. I just screenshotted 2 random streams I saw yesterday when I was making this slideshow. I think you guys would probably agree that Stan's makes a very natural YouTube video. Blastoise's is just kind of like a Valorant highlight for a guy who is okay at Valorant. And it's a great stream. Maybe he's having fun,
Getting
but this will not help
absolutely
you
roasted.
grow. You can admit that.
Blastoise.
He probably won't grow unless he suddenly becomes radiant or has a lot of knowledge or is a really funny player in Valorant that is missing. Realistically, Stan's stream will have a video that will help him grow a little more. It's also important to form ideas, and this is an interesting concept, form ideas around titles. So if you have the title of what you're going to do, you can form the idea around it. And that's kind of like all of Small Ant's channel. So I think Small Ant is a really excellent streamer and YouTuber. But let's just take a look at his YouTube channel for a moment. All of these are just really interesting and engaging titles. So Small Ant, great example of that. Great example of having titles, both in streams, because he streams all of this, by the way. He streams all of this that translate to good YouTube videos. All right, let's go next. The 3 ways to grow, okay? 3 ways to grow. We've talked a bit about the
Imagine porn, but with YouTube clickbait titles.
Collaboration is probably one of the best ways to grow. I am not dumb. I am not oblivious to the fact
gross. That would be like,
I have used Corpse, Technoblade.
I think like the titles would be so like absolutely rated R, but even like more grotesque than they like current titles.
Played Saikuno, Pokimane, you name it, and it's helped me grow. I mean, that's just a fact. If you collaborate with people, it helps you grow. And it needs to be in somewhat of in an authentic way. Obviously, if the content is worse when you work with someone, then it won't really go well together. But collabs just help. They really help. It's a thing. You can think as on the nose as when XJaws brought on Syndicate to his YouTube channel, and then Syndicate blew up into a larger YouTuber than XJaws. That's something that happened a few years ago. Or you can think of it as minute as an Among Us game where Yeti makes a brilliant play, and everyone's like, who's this Yeti Apocalypse guy? Like, yes, you also have to be good. You also have to have a good bedrock of content. It's not as easy as just streaming with someone, because I promise you, I've streamed with a bunch of people in Among Us.
I missed a spot on my chin, and I need to go shave it.
I have 15 viewers now. But if you have some sort
I'll
of
shave it on stream.
some bedrock of content that people can absorb the moment they see you and you're exposed,
create a bedrock of content.
You need to have
Boom.
something there ready. This is the guy who took a random clip of Doc singing while playing Warzone, I believe, called Give 'Em Love, and then made it into a fire song. Put it on Doc's subreddit. I think he actually might have donated. And then all of a sudden, Doc loves it. And when Doc wants a song, he's like, oh, I'm hitting up J+1. Same thing's happened to me with ex-girlfriend, with my editor Polite, with people who I've played Among Us with. Think Otto. I mean, Otto, that motherfucker leached his way in, but he had something to offer of value. He actually was a godlike programmer who could make things that were valuable. I used Otto. I needed Otto for content. Otto's great. And now he has like 500 plus viewers. That's great. He didn't send me an email saying, hey, Ludwig, I make programs. He made a program for me and put it on my subreddit. So make something. Put it on the subreddit. Donate with a link, whatever it is. There's 1,000 examples of this working. It can work again. That's how you collab with someone big, or you can just collab with someone smaller and more your size, and that is also easier as well. Does that make sense? Next, outside traction. Look, I think conventionally everyone knows, like, hey, you gotta be posting on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's great. And that is true. That is all true. Twitch does not have really good growth mechanisms. These other sites do. You can bring viewers from those sites over to Twitch to stream or wherever you want to stream.
Let's think about some authentic communities that I'm a part of. I play a lot of League. I don't know. I have this trouble where like I have a lot of interests, but I don't like dive myself into the communities as much. And maybe I should be putting myself out there in the communities more. WoW has like I think a pretty big community, like in game and out of game, that I think you could like I could be a part of, but I just don't. I also like am a huge fan of Melee. I love playing Melee. It just what communities like I was kind of like a small part of the Melee community here in Riga, and I really enjoy playing Melee, but I never got like really good at it. I'm like good, like I'm above like casual Smash Brothers playing, but I'm significantly below like competitive Smash Brothers players. Like anyone that takes it somewhat seriously, I'm like at the very low end of that tier list or tier group.
Me with Smash. Minecraft speedrunning. Sure, it's a larger community, but still, without that speedrunning community, I don't know if Dream makes it where he makes it today. If he didn't know how to be that good at the game, maybe he doesn't. I don't think he does. So you just have to think of it as outside traction, not just being posting on these outside sites, but trying to find smaller communities or being part of them in authentic ways, offering value, making videos, being a part of it, and growing within there. And then maybe you can grow on, let's just call it mainstream. And finally, the last way to grow are big events. Maybe this is something more valuable for someone with like 50, 100 viewers. You can hype things up. But I've done a bunch of big events. You know, Pokemon Week. Pokemon Week.
I think he's right.
For a while,
you know, 50, 100 viewers
I set
easier
all that
to
up. I reached out to all the streamers.
market
up with
big
all
events.
The boxes. You will know.
Ideas that might work for me. Let's go. What are we thinking? Let's go tier list videos. We're talking serial, anime, Marvel movies, Star Wars movies, stuff like that. I could go on a fucking rant about all of those things in some way or another. Next, we're thinking, what do you think I could do Wednesday? GeoGuesser's popping off recently. I should do that before it dies off. He has like a you laugh. The video ends. Ranking e-girls. I feel like that's objectifying. Are you talking about like e-girls, like real people that are like Belle Delphine-esque? Because that's kind of objectifying, you know? Ranking e-girls, but the actual video is you dressing as an e-girl.
A concept?
A concept for sure.
Dye your hair for it. You could do the half, you know, half.
Oh shit.
Half bleached, half something else.
Bleach left half of my hair, dye the right half of my hair black. I think gaming with friends videos every once in a while would be fine. I could steal that idea from him. Reactionary content. I think that's a good list for now. So we got tier list, serial, anime, Marvel movies, Star Wars movies, GeoGuessr. You laugh, the video ends. I stole that from Ludwig. Reactionary content, TikToks, old vines, just shit to laugh to, and then gaming with friends. I think that works for now.
You gotta
Damn,
add your
he
twist.
actually just
You like
exposed that
Lula's?
man. He said, Point Crow Wikipedia race. He got half my views. Fuck you, Point Crow. That's what Ludwig just said. But yeah, so I've been thinking like Monday, Wednesday, Friday is probably the best for us. But like, I'd have to stream, I think, earlier on Wednesday, Friday, because I think Raid is not great stream content. And like more condensed like topics on stream, like an actual stream idea every stream. Like whether it be like I want to do a tier list or I want to do reaction video or I want to do whatever instead of like streaming for 8 hours in a day, because that just takes up too much time, I think, and burns out. But I think at least I have goals now, and I think that's important.